Hey y'all, it's Aaron here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to get more views on your live videos, including one tool that if you sell online is going to absolutely change the game. Alright, so number one is to run ads after your live video. We have a client who goes live a lot and always gets a lot of people to show up when it's live. But there was a large portion of our audience who wouldn't see the video because the timing never worked for them. And I was doing some research and auditing the live videos that they were running and realized that most people watch the replay. And anyway, so why not run a Facebook engagement campaign to the audience that already was going to tune in anyway and run that for the next 2 or 3 days and then just shut off the campaign. All right, so instead of just telling you that you need to run an ad for this, I want to show you real quickly, just 1 to 2 minutes, exactly how you should set up this live video Facebook engagement campaign and then just schedule it to turn it off. All right, so first off, we're gonna start out into Facebook's Business Manager. If you have not set that up, make sure you check out this video here. It's really quick and easy, and it's gonna make it a lot simpler for you to follow along in this video right here. So when we're creating a campaign, there's a nice little green button, hit create, and we are just gonna run an engagement campaign. We are not going to fill out a lot of the details as far as like what I would name it. That doesn't really matter. It's up to you on what you would like to name it. So just make sure that you remember it. You can do a daily budget. You would have to schedule it to end a lifetime budget. This is up to you. I like daily budget because I can have more control. If it's doing really well, I want it to go longer. But you can just set the budget for whatever you like. Maybe you want to do $10 per day and you want to check in a couple of days. If you lifetime budget, there's an option inside of there to click the end date and it'll just automatically stop for your campaigns. So go ahead and click next here, and you can see right here where it says run ads all the time. That's where you would change it when you change this to lifetime budget. All right, so go ahead and click next. This is going to be our Facebook engagement audience, so we want to make sure that this is here. And if this is, if you're watching this, obviously it's after the iOS 14.5 update and just continuing to update. So you want to make sure this audience is roughly 180-day audience. Normally you would do something a little bit smaller, but Facebook, you can actually even spread it out to 365. So just make it as large as you possibly can. All right, so Facebook engagement, I'm just gonna do, just because it's right here, Facebook engagement 365. It's gonna probably be unavailable for you. Don't worry, that's not a big deal. Although if you have 500 people on your page, it's gonna be a little bit different if you spend $10 versus if you have 5,000 people who engage with your page. Now, remember that this is not the amount of people who like your page, it's the amount of people who engage. So sometimes your engagement is a lot larger, especially if you've been running ads, and than it is your actual amount of followers. So go ahead and go through there. I would not do all placements here. I would just do the feeds, and honestly I would just do the Facebook feeds for this, especially if it was a Facebook Live. Take off all of these. All right, so then it should just be Facebook feeds. All right, click that off. And the reason you want to do that is because if you run that live video, you really want it to be optimized for people's viewing experience, and since this video is done on the feeds, probably better to run it there as well. Go ahead and click next. All right, make sure that your page is there. It could be any page, doesn't matter. It just needs to be your page that's there. And use existing post. So whether this is a live video, let me see here, find a live video. Whether it's a live video or a regular post, it's the same thing on how you would do it, but let's just see here. Where is a live video? Probably cut this part out until I can find this live video. Here we go. Here is a live video, 15 likes, 19 comments, not too much engagement. It was done on July 15th. It's still relevant here, but I would just create that post create that live video as a new post, and don't need to do anything else with it. If you do have an app, I would make sure that you turn on your app for this. This is where you can track your app purchases if you use another tool that we'll talk about later. And there you go, that's it. It's really that simple. Like I said, I'd run it for 2 or 3 days, especially if you do 3 or 4 lives per week. Just kind of have those on a constant rotating basis. It's not gonna hurt you to show this to more people, especially if you're already getting good engagement and sales. All right, before we talk about number 2, I just want to say welcome, especially to everybody new. My name is Aaron Pearson. I'm one of the co-founders here at BitBranding, and we've been helping frustrated store owners since 2015 become impactful store owners through tutorials, tactics, and strategies. And if you found value in this video or at any point of time, I would love for you to hit that subscribe button and support our channel, and don't forget to turn on those notifications. Okay, let's move on to number 2. That's 2 in French. Shout out to all my French people. I love your fries. Franklin, make sure to put text up here that we know that French did not invent fries, but that's a note there. All right, so number 2 is to promote on Facebook and Instagram ahead of time. This may seem like a no-brainer, but I promise you that most people are not doing it. Are you? Like, ask yourself right now, are you really promoting effectively before your live videos? The trick here is to get your face out there, and what I mean by that is to literally get your face out there, put yourself in front of the camera, and let the people know what is going to happen. All right, so one quick bonus for this is to make sure that the copy, the text on your post, also shows what you're talking about for those who don't listen and those who are hearing impaired. One more thing to do as you're promoting the live video is to make sure that you offer an incentive. For example, the first 50 people, the first 50. One more thing to do as you're promoting the live is to make sure that you offer an incentive. For example, the first 50 people who check out while they are live will get a special gift. And I'm not talking about one of those cheap bracelets or gifts that you can find in a quarter machine. Either we mean a legit gift. So think about Christmas-ish. What would you be happy to receive? Make sure to incentivize those people, because when they jump on live, they're gonna be wanting to make sure that they get that gift, and you need to deliver on that. If you think this is good, you're definitely gonna need to stick around until the end, because I'm gonna share with you a tool that all of our clients use to double their revenue. And yes, I did say double. Number 3, go live consistently. You know the partner I mentioned earlier in number 1? Yeah, they go live 5 times per week. Sometimes if they're just feeling super giddy, they go live 6 times. Do people still say giddy? Anyway, they do that a lot, and they do it in the exact same time every time. And what does this do? All right, so I'm just gonna tell you, it conditions their audience to be ready, to anticipate when they're going to go live. Relationships are formed. Their audience loves and feels like they know them because they have spent so much time with them. All right, so remember, consistency is so much more than perfection. That was your methodical moment for the day, and you're welcome. I mentioned earlier about how to run a campaign for post-live video success. If you're still thinking, well, I have no clue where to start with that, don't worry. Just click this video right here to help you get started. And don't worry, you got this. Alrighty then. Shout out to Jim Kerr for making that line seem easy, but it wasn't. In all seriousness, I know y'all have been wanting to know what number 4 is, so here it is. All right, so the tool is CommentSold, the absolute best live selling companion for you. Think of this as like the peanut butter to your jelly. So what is CommentSold? I'm so glad you asked. Imagine having your own app connected directly to Facebook, and when you send push notifications to your followers and friends, it lets them know that you're going live in addition to Facebook telling them that you're live as well. If that doesn't sell you, how about going live and having people pay right there while they're watching you, and you don't have to worry about following up and sending invoices. It will directly integrate into your Shopify or e-com store. Selfish plug for Shopify though, definitely would go that route. Hopefully that's what you're using. And if you're one of those people who want to learn more about what CommentSold is, there's so much info out there. And there's actually a lot of information in the description below. We have a little bit of information about where you can reach out to us and we can answer questions. We are partners with CommentSold and help you get walks through step by step how to get everything set up. And if you want to learn more about CommentSold, there's some more information out there in the description where we can help you walk through the next steps and get everything set up for you. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're an online clothing store or boutique, all right, so hold your horses 1 second. We know online store owners have a ton of questions about how much they should be spending on their Facebook ads, Instagram ads, TikTok ads, doesn't matter. They want to know how much they're spending on their ads. If this is you, leave a comment below with the word calculator, and I'll share with you our Google spreadsheet so you can plug and play and find out exactly the numbers that you need to be spending every single day for your business. All right, so now if you've stuck around this long, you're the real MVP. Thank you. You're probably someone who needs more information on the keys to success for long-term growth in your e-commerce business. So since I know that is probably you, otherwise you would have clicked away, then you need to check out our free training on the 5 pillars you must have in place to grow and scale profitably for your clothing brand. It's literally only 20 minutes. Check out the description below for the link so you can get started. All right, we'll see y'all.